The Ultimate Starved Rock Wedding Expo is your online resource to learn about local businesses that will make your wedding dreams come true.
So yes, it is the Ultimate Starved Rock Wedding Podcast. This is Claire Bennett, and I have Ashley Geuther with me today. Welcome, Ashley.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
Good, doing well.
So tell us, you are from Seneca's Oak Ridge.
Yes.
And you are the banquet coordinator.
Yes, the banquet coordinator for all the event space in
That sounds like a huge job.
Yes and no. It's about as big as you want to make it. So,
right?
Yeah.
And I guess it depends on the event and
right.
how many people
Yeah,
and
they all
everything.
have their own nature.
So you got engaged. You just got engaged. What is the first thing that you should do?
So I tell all my brides, the first thing you want to do is definitely nail down your date, and that involves the wedding venue and your bigger vendors. So your photographer, your DJ, the ones that are really going to make your day. So that's definitely something you want to nail down first, the date and then your big vendors.
And maybe if you want somebody or something specific, especially.
For sure. If you have a definite photographer in mind or whoever, you want to nail those people. Sometimes people will plan their wedding day around when the photographer is available, or a DJ or band, or whatever you want to use.
If you have to,
yep.
if
That's the way it works.
To get what you want.
Yeah. If you're not so set on a certain day, but set on a certain vendor, then you'll move your day for that.
What is your experience as far as this job, and what does it entail?
Sure. So I did go to Bradley. I graduated from Bradley with my hospitality management degree in 2014. So I've kind of been working in different industries. I worked in baseball at the Peoria Chiefs for a few years, doing the catering managing there. And then I moved on to a hotel and started with events, mostly weddings, some smaller cocktail galas. And then I moved home back to the Illinois Valley and got my job with Seneca's and have been there for 3 years now.
So you really have a lot of experience in this field.
Yeah, I've been working in the field for quite a while. And customer service in general. I've been a waitress. I've been a bartender. I've been an event staff.
And that's huge because you understand all of the elements that way.
Exactly. So it helps a lot.
So we're getting ready for a wedding. We have considered, like you said, photographers and where to have your wedding. They call you. What can they expect when they give you a call and say, hey, we want a wedding on this date?
Sure. So when I have a bride call, usually we go through what dates they're looking for, what time of year even they're looking for, because maybe they have their heart set on a certain day, but I don't have it available. I may be able to, find a different day that works better for them and works better for their vendors. I also ask about how many people are invited. I ask about...
they may not know yet.
True. Roundabout.
Yeah.
And then we can kind of gauge, from there where we need to go.
And it isn't just the reception area at Seneca's. You have a big, beautiful landscape around the golf course.
Yes.
What, as far as, I'm thinking a changing room and things like that, what is involved with the total price?
Yeah, so when you book Seneca's, we have the reception area and the wedding areas, the ceremony areas, are separated. So it's not a total package, but for the room, you get the whole room, the tables and chairs set up, which is a big deal. Some places, charge you to do that, or they make you do it themselves.
Oh, yeah, like the coverings on the chairs.
Yep, yeah.
I know people who've had to do that themselves.
Yes. And then we do have a room upstairs we call the bridal suite, and it is a separate bathroom and plenty of space for you and your bridesmaids to get, or groomsmen. Sometimes the groomsmen get ready there. They get ready upstairs. There's space for food and drinks while you're getting ready. There's space for photographers to be there. There's space for hair and makeup. All the good things that you need to get ready for your big day.
Yeah. So as far as if they're going to get married there too, what do you offer?
So we also have the spaces outside. There's 2 different spaces outside.
Oh, that beautiful patio.
Yes, the patio is great. And then the grass as well, depending on the time of year, depending on the weather, which we obviously don't know when you book the space. But we try everything in our power to get those weddings outside, whether we're dodging raindrops or, watching the weather. I had a father of a groom not too long ago say, "You told me it was going to work. It was going to work." And I said I would find a window of 20 minutes to get outside to get this wedding done before. I'm like, that's what the bride wanted. That's what we're going to do. So, and he was like, "You were right." Like,
sometimes you have to be a magician.
Sometimes you got to finagle 5 or 10 minutes here and there, and that's okay. But yeah, we made it work and got it done. So that's the end goal.
And I was just thinking about catering. You do it, but what if they want somebody else?
So,
I mean, start with your catering.
Yeah. So originally, Seneca's was only in-house catering. That was all they offered. But a couple years ago, we kind of talked about it, and there were so many different venues that people can do for food. You can do barbecue, you can do pizza, you can do tacos.
Oh, and people are doing everything these days.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that makes weddings personalized. And, maybe you have ethnic backgrounds and things that you want to incorporate in the food, and I think that's excellent. And so maybe we aren't the best caterer to do that.
Right.
And so then a couple years ago, we decided to start allowing outside vendors. We do charge a fee for that, but only because they come in, they use our kitchen spaces, they use, our water and our heat and just different things. And so there is a fee for that, but then, you're allowed to have whatever catering you want come in.
And that's a level of flexibility you may not get everywhere.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of places either don't have catering and only offer, outside vendor, or they make you use their catering, which is fine either way, but to each their own, right?
Yeah, but it is nice to have options.
We allow the flexibility for sure.
We were talking about, the facilities that you offer, the bride room and stuff. How long do people have? You book a wedding for a Saturday and you have to have maybe a rehearsal dinner. You have to do setup. How long do they have at your facility?
Yeah, so we also offer the day before. So if you book, say, a Saturday at our at Seneca's Oak Ridge, you have the option to book Friday for a small fee to then guarantee that you have all day to decorate. We give you basically the whole business day from 9 to 4 to decorate. And it usually does not take that long by any means.
No.
But you do have that long, and that's a good section. That does not include your rehearsal. So if you have a rehearsal scheduled after, you don't have to fit your rehearsal in those hours as well.
Right.
So that's kind of nice. You can have all that done, said and done. That way, Saturday morning, you wake up, you get your hair and makeup done, and you're a princess for a day. So
you got to make it as easy as you can.
Yeah. And it makes it easy for us because then it's all done and we're not running around last minute. It makes it easy for you. It was a best case scenario for both parties. So.
And what do you think you offer better and do better than other facilities?
I will say, anyone who's ever been to Seneca's.
Oh, and if you haven't, the ballroom is beautiful. The grounds are beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. I think some of the pictures that have come out of weddings from Seneca's, spring, summer, winter, fall, any of them are some of the most beautiful pictures. They are so, so good.
I've seen many of them. Yeah.
And then our banquet room is a giant space. It's dressy enough. But it's also, I've seen people do black tie. I've seen people do like a little more casual, even like jeans and vests for it. And it still works. It's not so dressy that you can't dress it down, but it's also not casual enough that you can't do black tie.
And it depends
covers everything
on how you decorate. And
absolutely.
It can be all things.
Yeah. And I think our color schemes there and our palette, I guess, if you say, cater to all wedding colors.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do
purples
that's a
and
good,
blues.
Oh,
wow.
Some places are very like dressy, and it feels like it has to be like black, gold, greens.
Right.
Like very, very classy, which is fine for those brides. But some people want laid back, or maybe even like, I don't want to say country, but I mean like rustic and that browns and golds and blues. And
that's a good point, that the palette of the room really can be used.
When we're so neutral out there.
Yeah.
So I've seen it, like I've said, I've seen it done up for Christmas, and it looks beautiful. So it's nice that you can kind of go any avenue with your decor at Seneca's.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about cost and what is included and what people can anticipate.
Sure. So a Saturday booking at Seneca's is for 2026 is $4,500.
Okay.
That is for the banquet room, and that is for 5 hours of a reception plus your cocktail hour. So essentially 6 hours. That does not include your ceremony. That is a separate charge. That's a separate thing altogether because not everyone needs it.
Right.
Some people get married in a church and they don't need that. So the way I look at ours is we don't necessarily do packages. Everything is like add as you go. So then that way you can subtract as you go.
Yeah.
You know?
So if you have decided you want to do this and this, you get closer and your budget doesn't allow, then you can take off because it isn't a whole package.
And we can kind of take from Peter and pay Paul, if you will, to kind of finagle and make it work for everyone's budgets. I know budgets range for weddings, and that's honestly the elephant in the room when it comes to a wedding.
Oh, yeah.
Is that budget, because everything gets so expensive and you don't realize it until the end and you're like, oh my.
Yeah.
So, and that's okay. But it is nice that you can kind of customize and add as you go instead of having this one lump sum and you have, it's a cookie cutter wedding and it's this, and this.
And you can make payments, I assume?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. We don't require the payment due until a week before the wedding. And then with that, you can pay at any rate you can up until then. So,
and I'm sure a deposit of some sort.
Yeah, we do require a deposit of $1,000 to keep your date. So.
Okay. All right.
And that comes off the bill at the end.
You talked about all the different levels of weddings from rustic to black tie. What are the trends? What are you seeing in wedding trends lately?
So I do feel like we had like a long period there where everyone kind of wanted more black tie or at least like more formal. Maybe not black tie, but formal. We saw a lot of black, white, gold, that classic with the greenery. And I feel like maybe now we're kind of slowly getting to more color. I've seen more, even if the bridal party's all in black, the bouquets are wildflowers or something that just like adds a little bit of personality, a little bit of, pizzazz to this otherwise like very neutral palette.
Right.
Beautiful. Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
The black, white, gold, beautiful. Love it. But it is nice to see that personality come through of the couple when they're getting married and they have color, because this color is his favorite color and this is her favorite color, and it matched together. So it's nice to see a little pops of color now and again. So
and people are doing so many more things to make their weddings more unique. Give us some examples of those, because I watch I've been watching the reruns of Say Yes to the Dress lately.
Oh, great!
And the things people
love
do.
Randy.
Yeah, I do too. And the things people do at their weddings, they've become so more personalized.
Yes. One thing I do love is when people really embrace like the memorialization of maybe family members or friends even.
Oh, there's always somebody missing.
Yes, who can't necessarily be there, whether it's because of a death or because they can't be there in person, We've had people do like a video on the video screen and say, hi, I'm sorry I can't be there because the snowstorm kept me in wherever and couldn't get in. Or
what a cool idea!
Yeah,
because it's so simple to do a video and send it
just
the day
to send
up.
a screen or a FaceTime, quick.
Yeah.
I've also seen where I had a couple brides the past few years maybe lose like a family member right before the wedding, and they
it's
left.
so hard to go on when that happens.
And everyone's thinking about that. But they left their plate setting there, and maybe there was a bouquet on the plate instead. And we leave the plate there the whole time. And it's a way to remember that they should have been there and they couldn't be. And so I think that's one of my favorite things to see. Not necessarily the reasoning behind them all, because obviously I wish everyone could attend your wedding. But, but I do think it
makes it special.
Yeah, I think the memorialization of some of those close family members is just beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm also thinking, I've noticed at weddings I have been to that brides and grooms are making it more their own with things like sundae bars or donuts afterwards. Somebody had McDonald's afterwards.
Yeah.
What are people doing like that you've seen?
Actually, we did just have a wedding not that long ago that had ordered in a ton of McDonald's, and it was just so funny to see these people dressed very, very nicely, just mowing down on McDonald's.
And it's an end of the night thing.
And it's an end of the night. Yeah, it's end of the night. People's shoes are off. Right? It's fine. However, like some of that, like I said, is, like the donuts, or we see a lot of like a champagne wall when you come in, or like a pizza bar at the end of the night.
Oh, indeed.
We had some people order pizzas from just a local place here in left them out for everyone. And it's like, it is kind of nice. It's like, usually you eat at 6 and you're
And
still
it's
there
been a
till
while.
midnight or maybe.
Right.
So it's like, people need to eat. So I think those are some fun ones. And it, once again, it shows their personality. It shows who they are as people, who they are as a couple. Maybe they met for an ice cream date, their first date, and they want ice cream sundae bars at their wedding. So I think that's a great idea.
I love those. I love that.
Yeah.
So you probably do do's and don'ts, things in your experience, your vast experience, that people either do really well or don't do really well.
Sure. I would say one do is keep an open mind. I think some people go into it thinking, well, the internet or Pinterest or magazines or whatever tell me I need to do this, this, and this, but just keep an open mind. Not everyone's wedding is cookie cutter and is going to be XYZ. So, when you're going into it, keep an open mind about what you think you want for decor or cakes or florals or whatever it may be.
Especially when you're planning so far in advance.
Right. Your taste is going to, if your wedding's not for 18 months, you might change your idea, halfway through. And well, then you're stuck. So, because once you spend the money on it, then you don't want to do that. You don't want to be changing around. So that was definitely one do is keep an open mind, try different things before you settle on one. One don't that I would say is don't let the stress take away from what's supposed to be the best day of your life up to that point. I think a lot of people stress about little things. I think a lot of people stress about the money aspect, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
They stress about what they think they should have and shouldn't have and should do and shouldn't do. And I think all of that is null. As long as at the end of the day, you and your best friend, your groom get married and everything is good to go, I'd say you had a pretty good day.
Yeah. I think I'm not alone in the fact that I've been at weddings where things have just exploded. Mm-hmm. And you do need to, make sure that you do keep the tensions and the stress at bay.
Yeah. I always joke, part of my job is to make sure that the fires are out before you even know that they're there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and that's like at the end of your day, as long as a lot of times I have a bride or groom that'll come and say, well, we didn't even know that was going on. And it's like, good. That's what I wanted you to say. Like, that's what I want.
And you have to be intuitive. You have to, have your eyes on everything, while it's going on.
For sure. There's a lot that can go wrong, and there's a lot that's going to go right. So we just have to make sure that that's more than what goes wrong.
And it's nice to know that you are there, truly, you and your staff, keeping an eye on things so that things will stay on track.
Yes, there's always, at Seneca's, you always have a staff member available if there's ever any situation that arises.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
That's nice to know.
Part of the package.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It should be. So where do people get in touch with you? They just got engaged. They want to book Seneca's.
Absolutely. Give me a call or send me a text. My phone number is 815-622-8195.
Okay.
That is the best place to reach me, and then I can go from there to get your email address to send you any information, our wedding packets, our contracts, anything that you need to see before you decide ultimately on your venue.
Okay. And the website is?
The website is senecasgolf.com.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Very nice talking to you. And if I was getting married, I would call you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, no problem.
For more podcasts and tips and tricks for a memorable wedding, visit the Ultimate Starved Rock Wedding Expo at starvedrock.media.